Hi children, how are you all? I hope all you are fine. Children, in the previous video what we discussed up to that equivalent rational numbers, and in the same way negative rational numbers, positive rational numbers. Okay. Now here in this video we are going to discuss about that comparison of rational numbers. What is that comparison of rational numbers, both positive rational numbers and in the same way negative rational numbers. Now here see that comparison of rational numbers. Here we are having that condition. What is that condition? Let A by B and C by D are any two rational numbers. A by B and C by D are any two rational numbers. Any two rational numbers. Any two rational numbers. Then rational numbers if AD minus BC is greater than 0, then A by B is greater than C by D. AD minus BC is greater than 0, then A by B is greater than C by D. Or if AD minus BC is less than 0, then A by B is less than C by D. Understood ma? Here actually two methods we can use that. One is by converting into that equivalent fractions, we can take that the difference. We can take that, we can compare that to how it will be means first observe that those two are having that same denominators. Then easily we can compare that numerators. That is one of the method. And the next method is here. Let us take that A by B and C by D are any two rational numbers. Then here first we have to observe that AD minus BC. If that the value of AD minus BC is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means if it is a positive value, then here A by B is greater than C by D. If it is that AD minus BC value is less than 0. Less than 0 means what numbers you will get? Negative numbers. Then here A by B is less than C by D. Okay, two methods also I will tell you here. Say that. Compare 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. Compare 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. Here two rational numbers they given. What are those ma? 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. Now how to compare these two? Just say that let A by B is equals to the first fraction. What is that? 1 by 2. C by D is equals to 3 by 5. Understood ma? Now here AD minus BC. Now AD minus BC, which is equals to A is equals to here 1 into D is equals to 5 minus B is equals to 2, C is equals to 3. Understood ma? AD minus BC, A, B, C, D values just I substituted here. Okay. From this one, 1 into 5 is 5 minus 2, 3 is 6. 2, 3, 6. Children, we know that in integers how to take the difference. When we are subtracting a greatest number from a smallest number, always you will get the resultant as a negative number. What is that ma? If you subtract a greatest number from a smallest number, then always you will get the resultant as a negative number. Then here minus 6 minus 5 is 1. Minus 1. Minus 1 is greater than 0 or less than 0? Less than 0. Understood? Since here what we can say? 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 5. Why? Because here AD minus BC value how much you got here? Less than 0 only, no? If it will be less than 0, then here A by B is less than C by D. A by B is less than C by D. In this method, like this way we have to check. Or by taking equivalent, second method say that this is the first method. And see here my second method. What is that? Here 1 by 2 and 3 by 5 are the given rational numbers. Am I clear? Now take the LCM of 2 and 5. LCM of 2 and 5 is both also prime numbers only. Then how to take the LCM of prime numbers? We know that condition. What is that? If the given numbers are prime numbers, then its LCM is it's a product only. Then here 2 5s 10. 2 5s 10. Understood? Now here say that LCM of 2 and 5 is 10. We know that, okay. Now here the denominator must be equals to the LCM, that is 10. Now here this is the given fraction, given rational number. 2 into how much is equals to 10 ma here? 2 5s 10. Clear? And we know the condition. Here numerator is multiplied by which number? By the same number. Denominator also should be multiplied. Which means here numerator and denominator of a fraction must be multiplied by the same number. Then only we will get its equivalent rational number. Understood? As per that one, here also 5. 1 into 5 is equals to 5. Clear? And the second rational number is 3 by 5. And here the denominator we know that 10. Now here 5 into how much is equals to 10? Here 5 2s 10. Clear ma? So that's why here we written 2 means here also 2 only. 3 2 6. Clear? Now see that if the denominators are same, then easily we can compare its numerators. Okay, then from this one what we can say here? 5 by 10 is less than 6 by 10. Understood ma? 5 by 10 is the equivalent rational number of 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 5. That's what we got here directly, no? So without doing this much process, directly here first find that AD minus BC. Okay, what fractions, what rational numbers they given here, those two rational numbers consider it as A by B and C by D. After that, just perform that one as AD minus BC. If that AD minus BC value is greater than 0, then here A by B is the first fraction is greater than the second fraction. Or else, if that AD minus BC is less than 0, then the first fraction is less than that second fraction. Understood ma? Now here see that. One more example, see that. Compare. For that positive numbers, we can compare like that. For the negative rational numbers, for example, here compare minus 1 by 2 and minus 3 by 5. Same rational numbers only are taken, but here those two are negative rational numbers. Again, same process only here. Let A by B is equals to minus 1 by 2 and C by D is equals to minus 3 by 5. Understood ma? Now here see that AD minus BC. Here A is equals to how much? Minus 1 into D is equals to 5. Minus B is equals to here 2 into C is equals to minus 3. Clear? Now here minus 5. Minus into minus plus 2 3 6. Now here minus 5 plus 6. Those two numbers are having the two different signs means just go for that subtraction. Now here 6 minus 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 is greater than 0 or less than 0? Greater than 0. That's why here A by B is greater than C by D. Which means minus 1 by 2 is greater than minus 3 by 5. Children, here you may get the doubt. What is that? Previous also we taken that 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. See that 1 by 2 and 3 by 5 here I taken. Here 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 5. Here minus 1 by 2 is greater than minus 3 by 5. How we can say? In that integers we know that while you are moving from right side to left side, here the number value should be in decreasing order. At that cases, minus 2 is less than minus 1. We know that. And in the same way, minus 1 is greater than minus 2. Why? Because minus 1 is lies right side of that minus 2. Just observe that on a number line, here 0, minus 1, minus 2. while you are comparing that integers, negative integers, here what we can say here, minus 2 is lies left side of minus 1. While you are moving from right side to left side, the number value should be in decreasing order. Then what we can say here, minus 2 is less than 0, minus 2 is less than minus 1, minus 1 is less than 0, and in the same way minus 1 is greater than minus 2. These 4 conditions we can write here, no? Minus 1 is less than 0, minus 2 is less than 1, minus 2 is less than 0. And in the same way, minus 1 is greater than minus 2. Why? Because minus 1 is lies right side of minus 2. That's why here minus 1 is greater than minus 2. That's why here on the number line, if you observe that negative numbers, this is in decreasing order, no? Now here also, by taking the decimals, once check that. Actually, we are having decimal fractions, that concept also there. Once say that how to convert into the decimal. 1 by 2. Just say that only 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but division only, no? 1 divides by 2. Now here, 1 is smaller than 2. At that case, just you have to keep that 0 point and here 0. Is that no, ma? Yes. 2, 5, 10. 0. Then here 1 by 2 is equals to 0.5. Minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 0.5. Minus 0.5. And in the same way 3 by 5. 3 divides by 5. 3 by 5. Here also 3 is less than 5 only, no? Then here 0 point and here 0. 5, 6, 30. This is 0. Understood, ma? Now here say that 3 by 5 is equals to 0.6. Understand? And here minus 3 by 5 minus 0.6. Okay. Now here which one is greater, ma? Just draw that number line here for the decimal numbers. Here 0, here minus 1 is there. Minus 0.5 minus 0.6 means like this only there, no? Here somewhere minus 0.1, minus 0.2 and so on. Here minus 0.5, here minus 0.6 like this. Understood? Now observe that minus 0.5 is lies right side of minus 0.6. At that cases what we can say that minus 0.5 is greater than minus 0.6. Minus 0.5 is greater than minus 0.6. Minus 0.5 is the value of minus 1 by 2 only, no? Then here minus 1 by 2 is greater than, here minus 3 by 5 value is minus 0.6, no? Yes, that's what here, this is the proof. Understood, ma? See here. So simply what formula we can apply here, that is AD minus BC. Okay, given two rational numbers also, just assume that A by B and C by D. Okay, after just perform that one as AD minus BC. By taking the value of AD minus BC, if it is greater than 0, then the first rational number is greater than the second rational number. And in the same way, if that AD minus BC is less than 0, then the first rational number is less than that second rational number. Understood, ma? Clear. Now here see that if the different denominators are given means like this. Same denominators given means easily we can compare that. See that. Compare 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. Which one is greater here? Here easily we can say that 2 by 3 is greater than 1 by 3. Why? Because those two also having that same denominators. Now here compare minus 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 3. Those two also having that same denominators. And in the same way here minus 2 is less than minus 1. Then here minus 2 by 3 is less than minus 1 by 3. Understood, my children, here? So this is about that comparison of rational numbers, both positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers. For example, one positive rational number, compare minus 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. Which one is greater here? Which one is greater, ma? Simply we can say that all the positive rational numbers are greater than negative rational numbers. So simply easily we can say that minus 2 by 3 is less than 3 by 5. Why? Because always positive rational numbers are always positive rational numbers are greater than 0 and negative rational numbers. And in the same way children, here we can say that in reverse order also, what is that? 0 is less than all the positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers are always less than positive rational numbers, and in the same way negative rational numbers are less than 0. Understand? So these many conditions we can observe from that comparing rational numbers. So children, up to here concept 1 completed. Actually in that concept 1 totally what concepts we learn here? Sub concepts. First we learned about that fractions in that first video. Just recall that fractions concept. After recalling fractions concept, we learnt about that a rational number. What is a rational number and which numbers are positive rational numbers and which are negative rational numbers, and how to find that equivalent rational numbers. And in this video what we learned ma? Here we learned about that comparing rational numbers. 2 positive rational numbers, 2 negative rational numbers and 1 positive, 1 negative rational numbers also. How to compare we learned. Okay, up to here this concept they given in that concept 1. Related to this one we are having that worksheet. That worksheet we will discuss in that next video. Okay, thank you all.